haloalkanes and haloarenes. Okay. Now I am presenting.
Hello, as the haloalkanes and haloarenes. Now, what are these halogen atoms? Halogen atoms are the elements of the group 17 of the periodic table. They are fluorine, chlorine, bromine, iodine, and astatine. So, whenever one of the hydrogens of a hydrocarbon is replaced by an atom of a halogen, we call it a halogen substituted hydrocarbon, and you can classify them mainly into two categories, that is the haloalkanes and haloarenes. We'll be studying about the classification of these hydrocarbons, the halogen substituted hydrocarbons, in the next part. But right now, let us just understand these two words. Let's take an example, and the example is methane. CHH. Methane is CH4. It has 4 hydrogens. Forms chlorophane. So this now has become a hydrogens of alkane substituted by a halogen atom. It has become chloromethane. And of course, you can have more substitutions. So if you have 2 chlorines, you would have a dichloromethane. 3 chlorines would be a trichloromethane, and so on. But we'll understand that later. Right now, we just need to know that any hydrocarbon, or rather any alkane, in which a hydrogen has been substituted by a halogen would form a haloalkane. And haloarenes, on the other hand, when you replace H by X, where X is a halogen atom, in an aliphatic or aromatic hydrocarbon. So let us take an aromatic hydrocarbon now. Aromatic hydrocarbon would be benzene, the simplest one. So what is the benzene like? The benzene structure is like CH, single bond, CH, double bond, CH, single bond, CH.
Okay. So I will. It will be so. I will explain the replacement of one or more hydrogen atom in a hydrocarbon results the formation of a halogen derivative of hydrocarbon. We know that hydrocarbons are of 3 different types: alkane, alkene, and alkyne in general. Okay, so in this case,
Double bond, CH, single bond, CH, and double bond here. So if one of the hydrogens here.
So I will give a definition of both haloalkane and haloarene. Okay, first of all, haloalkane. Alkane means a saturated hydrocarbon with a general formula CnH2n plus 2. Okay, so the smallest member of alkane family is methane. Okay, CH4. If one of the hydrogen atom is replaced by any of the halogen atom. Halogens are those elements occupying in 17th group of periodic table. And which are the halogens? Fluorine, chlorine, bromine, iodine. Okay. So hydrogen atom is replaced by any of this halogen atom. Such derivatives are known as haloalkanes. Okay. And if instead of an alkane, if an aromatic hydrocarbon is taken, like here in this case, example is already given. If it is benzene, in benzene, you know the formula of benzene C6H6 out of 6 hydrogen atom. Any hydrogen atom is replaced by halogen. Then the derivative formed is known under the name haloarene. So these are the 2 sentences you have to remember along with the definition. So you can choose one example also. In the first case, 2 halogen atoms are there. 2 hydrogen atoms replaced by chlorine atoms. Okay. So this we will discuss in the classification of haloalkane. Okay, I hope definition is clear to all. Anyone can say, is it clear? Definition is clear to you? Bhumika. Bhumika.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Definition is clear.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So we will continue. Okay.
In benzene is replaced by a halogen. This becomes chlorobenzene. So, what is the difference? In the case of haloalkanes,
So this is the point you can note. In the case of alkane, the atom to which sp hybridized. Okay, sp hybridized. And second case, haloarine, the carbon atom to which the halogen atom attached is sp2 hybridized. Because you can look at the carbon atoms, each carbon atom in benzene is involved in double involved carbon atoms are sp2 hybridized. So this is the major difference between haloalkane and haloarine. Because the carbon atom to which the halogen atom attached is sp3 hybridized. Second case, the halogen atom attached to carbon is sp2 hybridized. So this is the only important point coming in the comparison of haloalkane and haloarine.
whenever four single bonds, it is sp3 hybridized. Hybridized. In the case of haloarenes, it is a partner to which the chlorine is sp2 hybridized because these two carbons are attached by a bond, and the other bonds were and the takes place of hydrogen resulting in the form of benzene, which is an epic hydrocarbon. Substitute hydrocarbon. And that's the difference between them. So haloalkanes, the carbon bearing the hydrogen is sp3 hybridized, and in haloarenes, the carbon bearing the hydrogen is sp2 hybridized. So that's the difference between haloalkanes and haloarenes, and that is what we are going to study. We are studying a
So some connectivity problem was there. Okay. So this is all about the first topic, introduction part. Second, we will discuss Classification of
Types of alkyl halides. Organic compounds containing a halogen atom are known as alkyl halides. They CnH2n plus 1x, where X represents the halogen. Let's take a look at some alkyl halides. The formula for methyl chloride is CH3Cl. For ethyl bromide, it is C2H5Br. And C3H7I is the formula for propyl iodide. The general
formula of haloalkane is Rx. R stands for alkyl group like methyl, ethyl, propyl, etc. So this one is methyl chloride. We are talking of only common name, not IUPAC name. This is methyl chloride and this is ethyl bromide. You can see that 2 carbon atoms are there. So therefore it is ethyl group and bromine is the halogen. So it is ethyl bromide. And the third one is 3 carbon containing alkyl group is propyl. So it is propyl iodide. So these examples you can mention in haloalkane. That means alkyl halides. Okay.
where R is an alkyl group and X is a halogen atom. Based on the position of the carbon atom to which the halogen is attached, the alkyl halides can be one of 3 types.
So this is the first point you can remember on the basis of position of halogen atom. Haloalkanes are classified into 3 categories. Okay, on the basis of position of halogen atom. So first case, it is attached to primary carbon atom, and second case it is attached to secondary carbon atom, and last it is attached to a tertiary carbon atom. So on the basis of the position, it is classified into 3 like this: primary haloalkane, primary haloalkane, secondary haloalkane, tertiary. So you can write the structure. I will help. Okay. First you write the name primary haloalkane. You can write straight line structure. Primary haloalkane. Right. Write down the structure. Primary haloalkane example is, first you make straight chain of 3 carbon atoms. Done. And in the first carbon atom, you put iodine. And remaining valencies of 3 carbon atoms satisfied by means of hydrogen atom. Do the structure. Okay. I think you have completed. This is the example of primary haloalkane. So you can mention the first carbon as primary carbon. First carbon is called the primary carbon. This is the example of primary haloalkane. You can see the cursor. Okay. Second example, this one you can remember. Again, you can draw straight line structure. Okay, so straight chain of 3 carbon atoms, and in this case you put fluorine atoms in the second carbon atom, and the rest of the valencies of carbon atoms satisfied by means of hydrogen atoms. Okay, so in this case we can name this type of haloalkane as secondary haloalkane. Secondary haloalkane. And mark the second carbon as secondary carbon atom. This secondary carbon atoms. Okay, have you seen the cursor? Have you seen Phanendra? Have you seen the cursor?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Phanendra, are you there?
Yes, ma'am. I can see.
Asta, is the cursor?
Primary carbon atom. The general form of an alkyl halide is Rx. It's insignificant in this classification. The second, when the halogen atom is attached to a primary carbon atom, the alkyl halide is classified as primary halide. In primary halides, such as ethyl iodide, the primary carbon atom will be bonded to only one carbon atom. In this compound, iodine is bonded to one carbon. Which in turn is bonded to another carbon. The second carbon atom will be connected to isopropyl fluoride, also named 2-fluoropropane according to
We are
IUPAC,
discussing this
is
only.
an example
Secondary
of a secondary
haloalkane.
alkyl.
If fluorine is coming in the second position, so that type of haloalkanes are called a secondary haloalkane. Okay.
Or 2-bromobutane or methyl ethyl bromomethane. When a halogen atom is bonded to a tertiary carbon atom, the compound is a tertiary halide. The general structure.
So you can draw this structure first. First you make the structure in a straight line, you make a 3 carbon atom. Do it accordingly, okay? Straight line, you make a 3 carbon atoms in a chain, and after that to the second carbon atom you connect one more carbon atom. to the second carbon atom. You connect one more carbon atom, and now you can see that at the central carbon atom, one more valency is there. So here you can put one halogen atom, that is chlorine. Okay, and rest of the valencies of carbon atom satisfied by means of hydrogen atom. So this is the example of tertiary haloalkane, where see this is the structure. Okay, so this is all about the structure classification. Now so we have discussed this point now. So now we will discuss haloarenes. This one is haloarene. So haloarenes are the derivatives of aromatic hydrocarbons. You can see that X is the representative of halogen atom. If one halogen atom is there in the benzene ring, it is called monohaloarene. If two halogen atoms are there in the benzene ring, it is called dihaloarene. And if three halogen atoms are on benzene ring, they are known under the name trihaloarenes. Okay, trihaloarene, and you need to keep the position of the halogens accordingly, because halogen atoms are halogen group. Halo groups are ortho-para-directive. So that's why, so we have to keep it in this position properly. So this is continuous position. This is, we can't consider it is a meta position. It is a meta position. And this is only for the example it is mentioned. It is a trichloroalkane. This is only for the sake of example. Okay. So this is the classification of haloarene. This part is there. This is important. Look at the first one. Alkyl halogen atoms are bonded to the group called the alkyl group, are forming a homologous series denoted as CnH2n plus 1. This can again be classified into three groups here like this. Okay, this we have already discussed: primary haloalkane, secondary haloalkane, and tertiary haloalkane. So instead of R dash is also there, R2 dash is also there. Why? In order to identify the alkyl group. Okay, so in here, suppose we put a CH3 here, it is not necessary that same CH3 can be here also. It may be ethyl group C2H5 also. And in these cases, three alkyl groups are there: R dash, R2 dash, and R3 dash. It simply means that these all alkyl groups may or may not be same. Okay, may or may not be same. So this is the first classification of haloalkane like this. And the second portion is important. You need to understand this term, allylic. Note down the term allylic. What is allylic? Halogen compounds. Halogen atoms are connected to the carbon atom through sp3 hybridization. So I will explain. See, you can see that in this case, a double bond is here. This carbon is sp2 hybridized. This carbon is also sp2 hybridized. So halogen atoms are directly attached to sp3 hybridized carbon atom, but that carbon atom is attached to an sp2 hybridized carbon like this. Look at this. This type of compounds are called allylic. Okay, this carbon atom is adjacent to the carbon-carbon double bond and it is called allylic. You can mention this and you can take this example also. Okay, only one example you can write, allylic haloalkane. Okay, no need to put this example. This is more than sufficient. Allylic and this one benzylic. Look at the term benzylic. In this case, you can see that halogen atoms are bonded to carbon atom, which is adjacent to the aromatic ring through sp3 hybridization. It means this carbon is sp3 hybridized. At the same time, it is attached to an sp2 hybridized carbon. This one is sp2 hybridized and this is also sp2 hybridized. So this type of compounds are called benzylic haloalkanes. Benzylic haloalkane. Okay. I hope it is clear to you. It is only for the purpose of knowing the terminology. So this term is important, allylic. This term is also important, benzylic. Okay. I hope it is clear to you. And next term is vinylic. Look at this example, vinylic. Vinylic means halogen atom is directly attached to an sp2 hybridized carbon. Look at this example. This is sp2 hybridized carbon. This is also sp2 hybridized carbon. And this halogen atom is attached to an sp2 hybridized carbon. So this type of compounds are called vinylic compounds. Okay. So three are there, very important: allylic, benzylic, and vinylic. So these three are important. This example is sufficient. Put this example. Now come to the next one, aryl. Aryl means aromatic. Okay. This is haloaryl. So see, in this case, benzene ring, one halogen atom is there. So in common system of naming, we can say that it is an aryl compound. And vinylic, allylic, these all terms are common names only, not IUPAC name. Okay. So three terms you have to take care. Which are the three terms? Alkyl, we know, allylic, benzylic, and vinylic. So these three terms are important. So in the case of classification, you have to understand this much, more than sufficient. Okay. Now, next one is nomenclature. Okay. I will tell you which are the important points you can remember along with the nomenclature. The same rules as we have done earlier. Okay. First of all, selection of the parent chain. Okay. First rule. You can write it in short notes. Selection of the parent chain. What is a parent chain? The longest chain which contain maximum number of carbon atom is known as parent chain. Okay. And the rest of the groups which is attached to the parent chain are known under the name substituents. Okay. Rest of the groups or atoms attached to the parent chain is known as substituents. Okay. And second step is numbering of carbon atoms in the parent chain. Okay. Let us revise all the rules. Okay. Number of carbon atoms in the parent chain. Numbering. So numbering is done in such a way that the substituent carrying carbon has the lowest possible number. Okay. Substituent carrying carbon has the lowest possible number. That's important. Third point is if more than one type of substituent is there, you can use the prefixes di, tri, etc. Okay? Dichloro, tribromo. In this way, we can add the prefixes. If one type of substituents are present, more than one. So in this case, we can add these prefixes. Okay? And next rule is arranging the substituents in alphabetical order. If bromine and chlorine present in the same compound, according to the IUPAC system of naming, we can name the compound as, first we say bromo along with the position, then we can say chloro along with the position. Okay, so these are the rules that is very important in nomenclature. So two types of nomenclature, two system of naming are there. One is common name and other is IUPAC name. So common name, suppose it is chloromethane. It is IUPAC name, and common name of chloromethane is methyl chloride. Okay, so two types of naming systems are there. One is common name and IUPAC name. Common name, some cases we have to learn. That I have already told you in the previous case. Now let us continue with some example. Okay, all of you write these examples in your copy. First you write this one, CH3, CH2, CH2Br. Write down the example. Okay, and in this case, this is already a straight chain. So this is considered as the parent chain, and bromine is the substituent. So numbering of carbon atom is starting from this carbon. So this is 1, 2 and 3. So the name of the compound is 1-bromopropane. Okay, 1-bromopropane. And second case, you can see that chlorine is the substituent and it is attached to the second carbon. So we can start numbering from any side, right side or left, right side or left side. It will not make any difference. And the IUPAC name is 2-chloropropane. And here the term N means a normal, iso and neo. These all are common system of naming only. Okay, it is not coming in IUPAC system. This example, you can see here, other than halogen atom, one more substituent is there, because we can select this as the parent chain. 1, 2, 3. 3 carbon containing hydrocarbon. So it is propane. And this is considered as a substituent. And the name of the substituent is methyl. So altogether we have two substituents. One is chloro, another is methyl. So according to alphabetical system, which will be coming first? Chlorine will come first. So we can name the compound as 1-chloro, 2-methyl propane. So this is the way we can name haloalkanes. Okay, so haloalkane, this is the way we can write the name. And here 3 examples are given, and these 3 are haloarenes. So similarly, this one we can name. Bromine is attached to benzene ring, so it is bromobenzene. Here number of bromine atoms are 2. So along with the position, we can numbering it in this way: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So it is 1, 3. Okay, dibromobenzene. And here also we can numbering from this side: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So it is 1, 3, 5 tribromobenzene. Okay, 1, 3, 5 tribromobenzene. So this is the third example of haloarene. Okay, next we will discuss dihaloalkane. So this we will not discuss now. because this is geminal and vicinal. Gem dihalide and vicinal dihalide we know. So gem dihalide means halogen atoms, two halogen atoms present in the same carbon atom. See that gem. Geminal means two halogen atoms present in the same carbon. Vicinal means what? At the vicinity. At the vicinity means halogen atoms attached to the adjacent carbon atoms. This way. Okay. So this is geminal and this is vicinal. Then there is no difference in IUPAC system. According to the rule, we can name it as 1 dichloro. Okay, we need to use this. Okay, so you need to mention both the position. 1 dichloroethane. This is another example we can remember. 1 2 dichloroethane. Okay, so in this way, IUPAC nomenclature we can apply in all cases. Okay, so this is all about now. We will start the next topic in the next class. But next class, I will try to use some other tool. Let us see it will be work out or not. Okay, and in the first part of second class, I will give some examples. We will first work out some questions related to IUPAC system of nomenclature. Okay, I will write it on the screen, and you can write the name and you can show it to me in the class itself. Okay, next class I will give the example. More example we'll see in the next class. Okay, now I'm back. Okay.